This is the second part of the tutorial about how to navigate the scene in 3D Studio Max. The first part is in www.macrotutorials.com. If you want to zoom in or out all the viewports at the same time, but using the magnifying glass tool to make it more precise, you can use this button. Zoom all. When you make left-click on it, the mouse pointer changes of form to a magnifying glass, but with some windows. See. Now, make click in any viewport and hold it. If you move the mouse up, the image zoom in all the viewports at the same time. Like this. And if you move the mouse down, the image zoom out in all the viewports. OK. To deactivate the zoom all tool, just press the escape key in the keyboard, or make right click anywhere. Or make click in the button select object in the main toolbar. This one. There's another possibility to zoom in. The button of zoom region. When you click on it, the mouse pointer changes to a cross with a magnifying glass. To use it, you just have to click and drag, trying to enclose in the object or objects of your interest. While you drag, appears this rectangle formed with a pointed line. When you end of drag, release the left mouse button and then the program will zoom in. To deactivate the zoom region tool, just press the escape key in the keyboard, or make right click anywhere. Or make click in the button select object in the main toolbar. When you click and hold it in the button of zoom region, appears the button of field of view. Choose this button. The field of view is the term to express how much of the scene you can see. Changing the field of view is more like adjust the lens of a camera, is not like zoom in or out. When you click on the button of field of view, the mouse pointer changes like some kind of angle. Now, click anywhere in the viewport and hold it. If you move the mouse up, you will reduce the field of view. This means that the image looks smaller. If you move the mouse down, you increase the field of view, and the image looks bigger. The next button is pan. Looks like a hand, and works to move you in the scene. Doesn't work to move the objects in the scene, no. Moves you, and lets you see the scene from other point. You just have to click in the button and pan, and then click and hold it over the active viewport. If you move the mouse, change the point of view. Well, again in another viewport, just click anywhere. Click and hold it, and moves around the mouse. Like this, it is very good when it's used in combination with the zoom tool to focus into a specific area. Exists a short way to use the pan function, and it is clicking the middle button of the mouse. The scroll wheel. Yes, just click the scroll wheel and hold it. Using this, you can combine the tools in a quickly way. For example, I want to see the sphere in the top viewport. So, I just click in the viewport. Move the scroll wheel forward to zoom in. Then click the scroll wheel to pan. And change my point of view, and so on. And then, it is ready. I have a closer view of the sphere. It's a very useful trick. If you click in the button and pan, and hold it, and if your active viewport is not the perspective, nothing happens. But, if your active viewport is the perspective, and you click and hold the button and pan, then, appears something like a couple of shoe traces. Choose it. This is the button of Walkthrough, and works for walk in the scene. Using a combinations of movements of the mouse and the arrow keys of the keyboard. When you click in the button and walk through, the mouse pointer looks like a circle with a point in the middle. If you make click and hold it, when you move around the mouse, changes the view direction. It seems as if focusing a video camera, and really it is. You can focus the camera, and point it where you want. Now, if you press the up arrow in the keyboard, you start to walk through the scene. Pressing the right arrow key, you will move to the right. Pressing the left arrow key, you can move to the left. And pressing the down arrow, you moves to back. You can change the viewpoint at the same time you move, like this. It is a cool tool, especially when you are developing an architectural simulation, or other similar projects. You can press at the same time a combination of keys like up and right to move diagonal, like this. or down and left, and you moves this way, or other combination, but you can use the other keys in the keyboard to move in the same way. If you use the keys W, S, A, D, is like if you use the arrow keys. Pressing W, you move forward, pressing S, you move back. Pressing A, you move left, and pressing D, you move right, and this ones can be combined, too. The last button is the button of orbit. This button works to rotate your point of view around the origin, it means around you, in the Cartesian system. If you don't have clear what is the Cartesian system, or how this is, you can watch my other tutorial called Understanding 3D in the internet page www.macrotutorials.com in the section of 3D Studio Max. Well, like I was saying, when you click the orbit button, the mouse pointer changes to an orbital symbol, like some kind of atom, and appears this circle in the middle of the viewport. The circle have 4 little boxes in the corners. See? If you may click and hold it, but inside the circle, and moves the mouse, change the point of view, but around you. Like if you are pointing a video camera, so you can see all around you. It's very useful to see everything in the scene. When you click and hold it over the box in the top of the circle, like this, and then moves the mouse, changes the point of view of the scene in the vertical way, works in the same way if you click on the box in the bottom of the circle, and if you click and hold it in the box that left of the circle and moves the mouse, changes the point of view of the scene in the horizontal way. The same happens if you use the box at the right of the circle. When you click and hold it, but outside the circle, you can tilt the camera left or right. Just move the mouse to the left or to the right. You can rotate the view in other ways. If you click and hold it over the button of orbit, appears 2 other possibilities. Let's choose orbit selected. Orbit selected works in the same way of orbit. If you don't have anything selected, but if you have an object or objects selected, not rotate around you, but around the selection. Select the box with just a click over, and when you click in the button of orbit selected appears again the yellow circle in the middle of the viewport. Making click and holding in the middle of the circle, you can rotate the point of view around the selected object, the box. Pressing escape or right click or pressing the select button on the main toolbar, you can end the function of orbit. The other button to orbit is the third possibility. Orbit subobject. This works in the same way of orbit selected, but when you select a subobject like the vertex, edges, faces or polygons, you can rotate around it, like you do with the entire object. If you don't know what is a vertex, an edge, a face or a polygon, you can see my other tutorial Understanding 3D in the webpage www.macrotutorials.com. OK. When you select a subobject and click in the button of Orbit subobject, you can rotate the point of view around the selected subobject, like this. In the next tutorials I will show you how to navigate the scene using the new features in 3D Studio Max, the view cube and the steering wheels. And how to change the rendering method, I mean, how to change the way how looks the viewports.